Let me clutch my invisible damn pearls, and y'all do it too. And while you're at it, go ahead and grab your tea and have a seat, honey. Let's get into Georgia Governor Brian Kemp laying a smackdown on Frumpy Dump and State Senator Colton Moore for trying to create rigmarole for Fannie Willis. Baby, Brian Kemp said it ain't gonna happen. Y'all grab that tea. Let's get into it. So 2 days after Frumpy Dump and the 18 Magamites were indicted for trying to overturn the election results in Georgia, State Senator Colton Moore decided to revive his starring role at the political theater. Baby, he sent Governor Brian Kemp a letter demanding that he convene a special session so they could try to defund District Attorney Willis. And he started bumping his gums to anybody who would listen about how Brian Kemp needed to call this special session, even though he didn't have the support of the Republicans. Well, he had the support of 2 Republicans. Take a listen.
The governor has the power to call a special session today. Unfortunately, I only have one other state senator and one other state representative. It's Representative Charlize Byrd, the chairwoman of the Georgia Freedom Caucus, and Senator Brandon Beach. Those are the only 2 that have come along with me.
Highly respected Georgia State Senator Colton Moore deserves thanks and congratulations of everyone for having the courage and conviction to fight the radical left lunatics.
Figure this out. We need to be taking action right now, because if we don't, our constituencies are going to be fighting it in the streets. Do you want a civil war?
Even the Republican House Speaker wasn't for it, honey. He sent a letter to Governor Brian Kemp saying that the calls to defund District Attorney Willis flaunts the idea of separation of powers, if not outright violates it. He went on to say, regardless of your views of this case, removing this funding would also have unintended consequences of causing a delay or complete lack of prosecutions of other serious offenses. And y'all know that's a direct slight to Frumpy Dump. He's been saying that crime is completely out of control in Fulton County. However, you want to defund her for your benefit. So with this letter coming in from the House Speaker and all of these people running around here talking about they need to defund District Attorney Willis, baby, Brian Kemp said enough is enough. It's time for me to speak up. Even with the hurricane, this man took the time to address this, so you know it was a pressing issue. Y'all take a listen.
There have been calls by one individual in the General Assembly and echoed outside of these walls by the former president for a special session that would ignore current Georgia law and directly interfere with the proceedings of a separate but equal branch of government. Up to this point, I have not seen any evidence that D.A. Willis's actions or lack thereof warrant action by the Prosecuting Attorney Oversight Commission, but that will ultimately be a decision that the Commission will make. Regardless, in my mind, a special session of the General Assembly to end run around this law is not feasible and may ultimately prove to be unconstitutional. The bottom line is that in the state of Georgia, as long as I'm governor, we're going to follow the law and the Constitution, regardless of who it helps or harms politically.
He said what he said, honey. I will not be calling a special session to remove District Attorney Willis. She hasn't done anything to break the law. I declare, honey. He said what he said. Brian Kemp said that his job is to uphold the Constitution, and he's going to do that. Unlike somebody we know. I declare, honey. According to Pissy Pence, you wanted him to put you before the Constitution. Brian Kemp said he ain't doing that shit. So at this point, they have 3 Republicans from the House and the Senate that want to defund District Attorney Willis. That ain't enough. Now you have that commission that's supposed to be starting, accepting complaints on October 1st. So we'll see what those complaints do and see what the commission does about it. But the commission is appointed by Brian Kemp. So Frumpy Dump, you better buckle up because it's about to be a bumpy ride. All right, players, put your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. This is Double D Moa for the Black Accurate News.